Hi, I'm God's Little Princess.
And I'm Nicki Jizz.
And we're Ho is Life.
And this is the Clack Back.
Daftboy Fans on fleek every day of the week.
Who are you bitches?
Okay, well, I'm God's Little Princess. That's God's Little Princess.
At Instagram?
Oh, and my Instagram is princess_panocha. That's pussy in Spanish.
Is it really?
No.
Oh wow, look at
She's classy.
you. She continental.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Well, my name is Nicki Jizz. Like Nicki Minaj, but Jizz like what you swallow. And you can find me on Instagram at Nicki_Jizz and on Twitter at Nicki Jizz and in any back room on my knees.
How about on Tumblr?
Oh, I gave up Tumblr.
Oh,
Once I
yeah.
got rid of the point, it was no point.
Yeah, but Twitter is taking over.
Yes, that's where the real point.
I guess you can follow me on Twitter too. I don't post anything drag related. I just repost porn. I post a few pictures of my butthole and a few pictures of my dick.
It was a nice
and
one.
then every now and then I complain about people that annoy me.
You have to throw it up in the air so it goes. There you go.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, pretty. Sipping it, living it, eating it.
Serving fish. What kind of drag do you think you find a lot of in San Francisco?
I think the cool thing about San Francisco is there isn't really one style of drag. I feel like you go to any other city, and no shade on the other cities, but you go to city and you're gonna see a lot of similarities in the style of the other queens. But in San Francisco is just like one huge melting pot of just like different styles of drag. I mean, right now I'm serving like band martial, you know, and like
Drumline, really.
Drumline, and
Thank you.
And we got some hairy bitches. Like I feel like San Francisco is known for like really celebrating like gender bending, androgyny drag, and less focus on like being passable and being fishy, for lack of other terms. Hey, which there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Which I love a pretty.
I know, SF drag, I don't know, I started doing drag here and I saw all these queens around me and everyone was completely different than what you've like seen on TV. Like, I don't know, I remember the first time I saw a bearded queen and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm in love. And it's amazing. And I think in SF, people push the boundaries and try things that is socially unacceptable, but it is like, and make it acceptable and everything is acceptable here in SF. Like, we fucking, SF queens, kings, just do what they want to do, make themselves happy, and that's all that really matters. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's like, if you like what you're doing, then that's all that fucking matters. And you just go out there and live your best life and be sickening and like, eat it up. Like, girls out here are resourceful because it's fucking expensive living here.
It's expensive. Rent is not cheap out here.
Bitch, I saw somebody make a fucking gorgeous outfit out of fucking newspaper and fucking Walgreens receipts, Save-On receipts. That shit, because those motherfuckers is long.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a fucking dress out of it, and I was like, bitch, that was good, but also can I use that so I can return this shit real quick?
Yes, San Francisco's got some resourceful queens. And also, to quote the legendary Honey Mahogany on her season of Drag Race, she said the look doesn't matter. What I think she was trying to say was that in San Francisco, there's one thing that matters over anything, is that you better know how to perform the house down.
Yeah.
If you cannot perform, no one gives a fuck what you look like, no one gives a fuck how much you spent on your wig or on your dress. If you cannot perform, bitch, good luck getting a gig. And I think that's what makes San Francisco specifically
It's
unique.
your personality that comes out when you're on stage.
Yeah.
Like, if you can go out there and like serve it, you can look busted as fuck and go out there with your wig falling off. But if you get out there and give the energy and serve it and like act like that was supposed to happen and you just live your best life, then bitch, you getting all my money. So you take all of it. You can take the quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies. I Venmo your ass later.
Don't throw quarters or dimes or nickels at me.
I mean, laundry day comes up though, bitch, and like sometimes you need
Don't
it.
do that. But I will accept BART passes because that shit is expensive. I mean, BART is getting more and more expensive every single day. But also, what I love about San Francisco drag is the collaborative spirit. A lot of girls that come visit us from outside of town, the one thing that they take away from their visit to San Francisco is that all us queens love working together. We don't compete. We don't try to like steal gigs. We don't try to see who's getting the most gigs. We're not trying to block people from getting gigs. We all like want to include everyone in everything, and we love throwing parties together. We love putting on big numbers together, and we learned that it's like we're all gonna prosper more if we collaborate than if we like try to just be cutthroat. It doesn't work out. So let's all work fucking together, bitch. And it shows in San Francisco. It shows through the amazing shows that we have, and the amazing parties that we throw. Yeah, and it's sickening and it's fierce, and I love it.
So did you start drag before you moved to San Francisco or after?
I started here. I've lived in the city for 10 years now, and I didn't start doing drag until like maybe a little over 4 years ago now. And I just like always just like sat back and watched the shows, and then one day I was like, maybe I can do this. Like, why not? And I did a 10-minute Beyonce medley at a work party, and then I was like, I think I'm gonna do this. And then here I am, 4 years later, 14 stitches, broken ribs, and you know, no dignity. I love it.
Yeah, I started doing drag in college in Chicago. It was like busted. I actually didn't identify as a drag queen when I started doing drag. I identified as a sissy fag because I wasn't doing drag. Like what I was doing, I didn't call drag because I wasn't wearing wigs. I was wearing like just eyeshadow and lipstick, and I put on like some negligee. And I was doing it because my fake ID didn't look anything like me. And so I put on makeup so they wouldn't clock me and I can get into the bars when I was in college. And so I was doing that for a little while, and then, but I never performed because I was like, I'm not a drag queen. And then I moved out to San Francisco, and then all my friends were doing drag, and I was like, wait, this shit looks like fun. And so I started doing drag, and now I'm the most sickening one.
After me, of course. I just get really sick. I have a really bad immune system, so I'm really sickening.
Yeah.
Like sick a lot. But it's okay. Emergency helps.
What kind of drag styles are in San Francisco? Because you were kind of talking like sissy fag, right?
Yeah, so the style of drag that you see right now, you'll see like a lot of monster drag. That's really big in San Francisco.
So what's that?
You're gonna see the bitches that like have shit oozing out of their mouth. They have their smeared lipstick, crazy makeup,
Blacked out teeth, sharp teeth, a lot of blood and gore, ball caps. I don't know.
We have a lot of bitches out here that love sticking needles in their faces and stapling shit to their bodies. That is fucking fierce. I'm never gonna do that, but I can appreciate it.
I mean, I'll get Botox, but I'm not doing that.
And also, a lot of San Francisco, I think, has probably the most bearded drag. And like, you're gonna find fierce, sickening bearded drag. Because for a long time, bearded drag was just written off as like lazy. But you see some of these queens now who are killing it. And they're bearded drag queens.
Like who?
We got Grace Towers, we got fucking Militia.
Yeah, Militia, Scott Towers, there's...
Militia is fucking everything. She can split, turn, twist, backflip, flip-flop, all that fucking shit. Oh my god. And she doesn't set her makeup because she doesn't sweat.
Fucking hate the bitch.
Bitch,
really
what?
hate that. I can't. I leave a puddle after just turning around.
Girl, I'm sweating right now just sitting on this couch.
But you have, there's Sheelix, who's amazing. That face is gorgeous.
Sheelix, yeah.
So fucking
and
gorgeous.
she loves to talk shit.
Oh my gosh.
Find her at a bar, girl, and you got any tea to spill. She's a fun one to fucking kinky with. Yeah, girl.
Yes. Then you have like Betty.
Betty Towers,
there's
beautiful
Alexis
drag
Atari.
queen, beautiful boy, Alexis Atari, make up the house down.
It's good.
Cyanide, fat ass, gorgeous, looks great naked.
Oh my god, great.
Yeah, so there's just like a bunch of sickening, fierce, bearded queens out here.
There's some really beautiful girls. And they look great.
Yeah.
And so what other kind of styles? Like, do we have pageant queens in San Francisco?
Oh yeah, there's totally those pageant queens.
So
we have the ducal court and all those courts, and the food court. All of it. I love it. But yeah, we have some pageant girls out here, and they are amazing. They are gorgeous. The gowns are sickening. So many fucking stones. Yeah. I don't know how many hours. Mortiz.
She's the Monroes. They're all very pageanty.
Mercedes Monroe, Ruby Red Monroe. Yeah, they're fucking amazing. They look gorgeous, and they can fucking even perform. They beat is down. They perform. They tear it up, and they're amazing on the mic. They are eating it up. I love a good pageant queen because those bitches like they teach you. I'm like, oh, I could be classy and a hoe and do this shit. So like they inspire me to like put on clothes sometimes. And
And San Francisco has like a slowly emerging ballroom scene, and there's a few drag queens that are starting to become legendary children. Through that, I have walked and gotten my tens a few times. Our sister, who's the last and third part of Ho Is Life, Fieta, has walked. She's a drag queen and has snagged a trophy.
She got us a trophy.
So,
ooh, what was their trophy?
Face, honey.
Face.
Because Ho Is Life, we don't do ugly. No ugly girls. Just pretty. Pretty girls only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ballroom scene is like picking up, and I'm happy that it's happening here because for a long time it's been something that's mostly been on the East Coast, and now it's like becoming more of a prevalent thing in queer culture, which I am happy that it's like everywhere, and people are more aware and they're learning their history, and that's what's really important. Don't just like say you saw an episode of Pose and you think you know everything.
Right. Yeah, and San Francisco has one of the if not the richest queer history in the country. I mean, before the Stonewall riots, there was the Compton cafeteria riots. Before Stonewall, there was the Stud. So like, we've been killing it. Before Castro, there was the Tenderloin, which now is the only transcultural district in the country. There's no other city that has a transcultural district. So San Francisco has always been very queer, very open to all forms of queerness, gender non-binary, gender fuck, bearded drag queen, fish, trans women, trans drag queens, drag kings, trans men doing drag, cis women doing drag.
Sissy fags.
Sissy fags, honey. So San Francisco is just queer as fuck, and that's what makes the drag scene so cool, because there's just no one way to do it, and we accept every form of drag.
Yeah.
And
Anybody
you will
can
get
do it.
booked as long as you can perform.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a difference between San Francisco and Oakland drag?
Oakland didn't really have a drag scene, and it sort of was just San Francisco spillover.
Yeah.
But now
It's becoming more of a thing now. Like, Oakland drag, I mean, we have festivals going out there. There's more shows popping up. There's so much happening in Oakland, and
There's some fierce bars out there,
there's
too.
some really great bars.
There's Port Bar, there's...
I just found out that the White Horse is the oldest gay bar in the whole entire world. Or like, it's the oldest gay bar. And it's been in that same spot for ages.
Oh, work.
The White Horse. I never knew that, and I like performed there a bunch of times. There's Port Bar, there's Bar 355, there's shows there.
Eli's Mile High Club.
Eli's Mile High Club, which is great. I love that place. There's just a bunch of new places that
B&B, Club 21. Oh, Club 21. If you're looking for some fucking hot, like, Latin trade bitch, there's two things that are gonna happen in that bar. One, you're either gonna fight a bitch, or you're gonna fuck the house down at that. Girl, I've gotten so much hot trade at Club 21.
Do that at the
Club
same
21, Oakland, I think it's on like 19th Street, 19th and Broadway or something like that.
But Oakland drag, I'm glad there was like a scene happening there because like it didn't have it in every city. Needs to have it. Fucking Fresno got it. Everybody should have one.
Yeah,
fucking
and
Fresno, Modesto, fucking Timbuktu. Everybody needs a fucking drag scene.
Everyone,
And Oakland's drag scene is like really popping up.
Well, and we also have
parties.
with Mama Celeste and Beatrix Lahane. There's been drag in Oakland for a long time, but Beatrix and Mama Celeste like saw that there was something missing and took it upon themselves to be like, bitch, like there's a scene. People are thirsty for drag in this city. You don't have to travel all the way to San Francisco to see a drag queen perform. So they took it upon themselves to start all these fucking fierce parties, Tragic Queendom, Oaklash, Club Hoppers, like all these really cool parties are blowing up in Oakland, and they're fun, and they're cool. There are so many queer people in Oakland because it's cheaper than San Francisco. It's a place for artists to live. I'm excited for the drag scene to get bigger and bigger.
I feel like the Oakland girls have like are bringing this whole new side of creativity, and you see a little bit of everything. And I feel like they have seen like what's going on and see what's missing out of drag in the surrounding areas, and they're like, we're gonna bring that, and I'm gonna fucking bring my creativity. And they some art school bitches, and they fucking work in it, and they come out and turn fucking looks, and they know how to fucking party. Oh my god, bitch! I thought SF like after parties were something. Fucking the Oakland fucking after keys. be the realest.
If you're trying to have a good time, if you're trying to stay up until about 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, girl, find these warehouse, house party after keys in Oakland.
And they accept all the girls. You come through, they like, bitch, we gonna party. You kick off your heels, let's party, let's do this. Want me to hold your wig? I'll do that. You put it on a little mannequin, keep on going, get your little twirl on, have the night go.
What advice do you have for the youngins, the children coming into San Francisco?
Don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Like, literally just go for it. And if you need help, ask for it. When I first started doing it, I was like, have my friends around me and I just mirrored after them. And like, I actually started reaching out to people. I'm like, I needed help. Like, most girls will be sweet and be like, you know what, girl, here's some tips. Come watch me paint. Here's what you should do. This is where you should go. Like, give you all the fucking links to Amazon checklists and make it work for you. But don't be afraid and try to push some boundaries. Like, don't be afraid to like be weird. Be fucking weird. People like weird. Love it.
Be nice. I think
that too.
I think that's like a huge part. I think a lot of queens, especially baby queens, younger queens, they think that the library is constantly open. Girl, if you don't have any friends, the library isn't open yet. And so make some friends. Be nice to some queens and like get to know people. Right now, we live in a time where drag has become so mainstream, which is amazing. But there's this pressure for queens right off the jump. They just feel they need to brand themselves. Girl, explore drag.
Yeah.
See what you like. See what you're into. See what you think you're good
Try
at.
a little bit of everything.
Try a little bit of everything. Grow out your beard. Shave your face. You know, do some monster drag. Do some pageant drag. Like, see what works for you. Don't be so quick to brand yourself because then you're gonna feel stuck into one thing. And you want drag queens that are fucking always exciting, always doing shit, and always turning it. And ask. Just like, if you want a gig, ask. It's the worst thing that can happen is someone says no.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing that can happen.
And the best thing they can say, you're booked.
It's booked. Yeah, you're booked, girl. And just keep on pushing it. If you want to be booked at a party, go to the party and support the party.
You gotta support. You can't expect to get booked for a party that you've never been to. Like, hey, book me, and no one books you because they've never seen you. You don't know who you are. Come to the party. Go out, support local drag. The Rue Girls, like, we love them because they help make drag more mainstream and bring it out there to the masses. But they were local queens before they were on that TV show. No. They just had a camera in front of them. They are just like us, and you gotta support your local girls. They are out there working it, and some of them turn it better than the Rue Girls, and I'll be honest, we all know it. And they fucking deserve to be loved and given the same respect and pay that those girls are getting. Just because you've seen a TV show, that's not what drag is. There's more to that. There's more behind it. There's more fantasy and love and creativity and art that goes into it. A lot of hard work. And like, support those girls, they need it.
Where can we see some of this coming up?
The best place for that in the Bay Area is happening in a few weeks. It's happening in Oakland, and it's amazing. It's put on by two of our friends, Mama Celeste and Beatrix Lahane, and it's this festival called Oaklash.
Oaklash.
It's the first Bay Area drag festival. It's fucking amazing. It's in its second year. It is taking place in Oakland, and there's 2 days. Last year was only 1 day. Now it's going to be 2 days. After parties, pre-parties, the after keys, the little orgies at Steamworks, a little bit of everything. It's going to be the real shit.
And we have queens from not just San Francisco, not just from Oakland, but we have queens from Denver, Portland, Seattle, Los Angeles, Miami, Austin, Texas. We have a few girls from there. So we have some of the country's best drag, some of the weirdest drag. We have some dancers, we have some monsters, we have some freaks. We have
got the pretty girls too.
Yeah, and then we'll bring the pretty. We're bringing the pretty. Yeah. But it's gonna be fierce. It's the second annual Oaklash Drag Festival. It's the world's first festival to ever happen, ever. It's gonna be great.
It was one of the best events ever. Like, we had a good time. People came out and support. There was vendors. People were selling their art and their merch, and like, people were selling shirts. They were like making art, jewelry. It was fucking so beautiful, and like, it was great for the community.
Daftboy is going to be there.
And Daftboy will be some shit, girl.
And Daftboy is gonna be there this year. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Come out to Oaklash. It's gonna be the best, the key of all keys.
April 27th
7th and 28th, happening in Oakland. Come stop by. We'll be at the Daftboy. Come to Oaklash. It's gonna be fucking amazing. It's gonna be the tea.
April 27th, 28th. I'm God's Little Princess. You can follow me on Instagram at princess_Pinocha. And you can follow my sister Nicki Jizz.
At Nicki_Jizz.
And you can follow our party, which is every third Thursday at the Stud here in San Francisco. You can follow us on Instagram. That's at HoisLifeSF. That's at HoisLifeSF.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Clack Back, everyone. Hashtag the Clack Back. And remember, Oaklash is coming up April 27th and 28th at Classic Park West in Oakland. It's happening Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be amazing. Daftboy is going to be there, and we'll be there living our best lives.
Clackety, clackety, click, click, clickety, clickety, clack.